Ohio is one of the biggest emitters of greenhouse gases in the country, and we have a lot of responsibility to play in reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Our transportation sector is a huge piece of that, and a lot of communities are working on electrification there and bringing new technologies into their communities, such as electric vehicles, electric vehicle charging, electric school buses, and thinking of the ways that we can reduce our greenhouse gas emissions in that way. While fighting climate change through those initiatives, we're also improving air quality. We're not dealing with so many combustible fuels, so that really helps with folks that are walking in our communities and folks that are engaging in active transportation because they have clean air, and we're fighting climate change at the same time.
Public transit is a great way to decarbonize Ohio's transportation sector, which is one of the most emissive sectors in the state, and it's one of the Ohio EPA's priorities for addressing our climate concerns. Ohio's historically underfunded public transit, and there's a huge opportunity to build on the momentum generated by federal investments in public transit with increased state support for expanding transit routes, electrifying transit fleets, and giving local and regional agencies more capacity to provide reliable, comprehensive public transit systems to their communities.
Electric vehicles, EVs, are coming to our communities, and so one of the opportunities that a lot of our cities have been thinking about is how to build out an infrastructure that supports the use of electric vehicles for people of all demographic backgrounds, right? One of the things that the federal resources through the Inflation Reduction Act and the bipartisan infrastructure law coming to our communities and to our state, it provides an opportunity for them to really think about what that plan should look like, how they want to build out that infrastructure in equitable ways, and how they're going to make that happen and what they need to support it. And so Power Clean Future has been really helpful for a lot of our cities in thinking through especially those equity issues with regard to EV infrastructure and other types of similar sort of personal climate change choices and sustainability choices and clean energy choices that homes might be making, but that might be barriers for folks with limited access to resources and limited time to sort of figure it all out on their own.
Another key way that local governments can reduce transportation emissions is by investing in their own transit fleets. This means transitioning city buses to full electric vehicles, but also figuring out how to work with their local governments and their school districts to invest in clean school buses. It's important that we identify clean transportation solutions to help transition away from these old technologies that are harming our health, but also impacting our environment. Investing in electric vehicles, transitioning our fleets to electric vehicles, our buses, all across the board allows us to improve our air quality, invest in our own public health, invest in the next generation. Just today, we are seeing some of the very first electric school buses roll off the line and start transporting our children back and forth to school. This is an exciting moment for transportation solutions, and it's also an exciting moment for all of these local governments that have a chance to truly invest in a clean transportation solution, invest in a clean energy future, reduce emissions, and invest in our public health.